Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll be talking about Nazi mass suicides. If you like today's video, please like and subscribe, and turn on notifications, as I'll be posting more videos just like this one. And without further ado, let's get into it. In 1945, Nazi propaganda had created a lot of fears about the invasion of the Soviets and the Western Allies, which resulted in today's video topic about Germans committing suicide. Now, German propaganda wasn't too wrong, because many Germans were raped, mostly by the Soviets. The number of rapes isn't exactly clear, but most Western historians say it was in the hundreds of thousands. Now, many didn't surrender because they faced fears of torture, rape, and death. Many Nazis had been indoctrinated in unquestioning loyalty to the party. Many Nazis knew what would happen to them following the defeat of their country, and were willing to commit suicide than face consequences. Nazi ideology promoted suicide was better than facing defeat. The Allies made it clear in 1943 with the Moscow Declarations that war criminals would face judgment. This made many party officials and military personnel kill themselves, rather than face the painful judgment. But suicides happened in three successive waves. The first wave was in January of 1945, when Soviet forces drove back Germany to its territories in East Prussia and Silesia. The second phase happened in April and May of that same year. Suicide levels reached their max in Berlin in April of 1945. This was because of the Battle of Berlin. A jaw-dropping 3,881 people committed suicide, including that of Adolf Hitler and Joseph Goebbels. Magda Goebbels also killed herself and her children. The final phase happened after Germany was defeated, mainly in the territories occupied by the Red Army. This was due to widespread rape and looting by the Soviet soldiers. Many killed themselves in the city of Demmin. Although death tolls vary, it's acknowledged to be the largest mass suicide ever recorded in Germany. Although the suicide waves were most likely caused by fear and anxiety, and Nazi state encouragement, it's truly shocking to see how many people would take their own lives before dealing with the Allies. Operation Periwig in March 1945 was a British black propaganda postcard supposedly issued by the fictitious anti-Nazi Red Horse Resistance movement, and it gave details on how to hang oneself with the minimum amount of pain. The professed goal of this group was to execute high-ranking Nazi functionaries. To draw more attention to the German population, they were commissioned to place these horse symbols on various buildings or objects, while postcards were sent to prominent Germans. Containing threatening text and showing the red horse symbol, recipients were asked to commit suicide. The hidden meaning being that it was more honorable than being killed by the resistance group. Suicide was performed in different ways, the most common being cyanide capsules. The Hitler Youth distributed cyanide pills to audience members during the last concert of the Berlin Philharmonic. Hitler, prior to his suicide, ensured that all of his staff had been given poison capsules. Other German citizens decided to hang themselves. There were also cases where parents would kill their children before killing themselves. Members of the German armed forces killed themselves using firearms. For example, this guy killed himself and his family using a hand grenade, while the well-marked general Wilhelm Bergendorf and Hans Krebs shot themselves in the head with their pistols, but this guy decided to blow himself up using 100 pounds of dynamite. It's believed that in Berlin in 1945, 7,057 suicides were reported, but many went unreported because of all the chaos that was going on. The willingness to commit suicide before accepting defeat was key Nazi ideology during the Second World War. Adolf Hitler declared his preference for death over defeat in a speech he gave at the Reichstag in 1939. When the Nazis knew the war was lost, German leaders, including Adolf Hitler and Goebbels, spoke publicly in favor of suicide as an option. The years of exposure to the Nazi propaganda made many Germans assume that suicide was the only option. The suicidal atmosphere was enhanced by the Nazis' reports of numerous Soviet mass graves and other atrocities committed by the NKVD and the Red Army towards the end of the war. The Germans appealed to the German men to save German women and girls from the slaughter of the Bolshevik bloodhounds. The fear of the Bolsheviks as subhuman monsters led to even more suicides in East Germany. The fear of the Red Army was really big in Germany. Whole families were wiped out. And the fear of Soviet occupation was so great that people living far from Soviet lines, including people that lived in Hamburg, killed themselves. Soviet actions also played a big role, as mass rapes were reported and led to many to commit suicide. But that's where we end today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and turn on notifications, as I'll be posting more videos just like this one, and have a great rest of your day. God bless.